A business is not that complicated. I don't care if you sell developer tools or hamburgers or electric vehicles. Basically, you build a product and you sell it. Like that's basically any business. I really wanted to solve a really big problem. And the biggest problem I could think of was government transparency. Basically helping people to understand how what's going on in Congress or state legislatures or city councils could potentially impact whatever they're working on. And so today it's, we're probably the largest tech company in DC.
The CEO, he is very determined to know what he wants to do. And from day first, he knew that he wants to take the company public, he took it public. What impressed me at that time, he was at the President Obama's time going to White House as a head of young group of entrepreneurs and people. And then I said, if someone at age 22 or so has the credential to lead a group of people and go and present these people and himself, he should be able to build a company.
Well, we started the company in my parents' basement, actually. We just had two buddies from high school. We had this idea. We started coding it up. We found out about plug and play, went out to Silicon Valley, bought a one-way ticket to San Francisco, and actually started the company in a Motel 6 room in Sunnyvale. From a broader perspective, we needed connections and relationships in Silicon Valley.
So the story started with an email. And then for us, received the application, the email went through, and we took it from there. These guys said, okay, this is the idea that we have, and we can show you how it works, but you should give us some time for us to build a demo of it. So we said, okay, good. So how long time you need to show us a demo for us to say, yes, we are interested to invest? They thought a little bit and they said, okay, maybe 48 hours or so. And then the day that they went public, I learned this story that the reason that they needed 48 hours to show a demo of that, because they had only one laptop and they were not at the same place. They wanted to get together, run the source code, do the demo, prepare the demo, and I didn't know about it. They told me this one at the day they went public in August 2022. So if someone is that much dedicated to make a company, for sure they deserve to be a public company, a big company.
We were with Plug and Play from the very, very, very beginning of the company, literally from incorporation.
We were the first check incorporating the company with a good friend of ours at Wilson Sonsini. Obviously, the pre-seed first check means first thing ever. And then we start to help the company to raise the first round and get a few of our VC friends.
One night we were watching Shark Tank, and a lot of startup founders do. And I think we sort of turned to ourselves and said, hey, wouldn't it be cool if Mark Cuban invested in the company? And so I literally went on Google and I typed in Mark Cuban's email address, and I found his email address on the contact us page of Access TV and the like. And so I shot him a cold email, which is just literally changing government, and then we wrote out, here's who I am, here's what I do. And then Mark responded within 45 minutes. And a couple days later, he wrote the $740,000 check into the company. From there, we brought on Jerry Yang, the co-founder of Yahoo, and NEA, which is a large venture capital firm. But I think we got very lucky, and we're able to kind of build the company for sure. I would say the difference between us and other companies really, I feel like, it's just a pure level of effort. There wasn't a lot of pivoting in our business, I would say. I think we put a lot of effort into really refining the business model and then making sure that everything that we did was validated by customers. The second thing is startups are really hard. And because of that, you need to be in an industry and a problem that you really care a lot about. If you're going to be working on a particular problem every single day, 7 days a week, for years on end, then it has to be something that you're extremely passionate about and something that you really, really, really want to solve. Even before we wrote the business plan, I can tell you that my co-founders and I, we sat down and we basically wrote out the type of culture that we wanted to build. We wanted to build a company that we ourselves wanted to work at. So what do those things include? They're things like every person that works in the company having a strong sense of ownership, pushing themselves to be better every day, having a strong sense of experimentation, being very direct and honest and truthful with each other. These things, like, they're very abstract, but you want to write them down and make sure that the types of people that you hire and the type of organization that you build, and then ultimately, the work environment that people come into every day is very deliberate.
I feel him, team, and his co-founders and all the unicorns and good companies and the other companies that we have, they're more like a friend than a client or a partner or so on, because it's relationship that you have with them. And if you have been with them for a long time, so you know in and out of the story, and then it's good, easy way to have them keep the relationship.